Hi, my name is Tiffany, and I'm sitting here with the amazing Jason Davis. He's a poet, he's an author, but I'm gonna give him a few more minutes to tell me a little bit about himself. So tell me about yourself, Jason.
So I'm Jason. I was born in Harlem, 38 years old, father of 4 kids, and I work full time as a mental health advocate and also a youth advocate in Harlem to kind of make sure that a lot of things that I grew up with and going through, some of the pains and traumas, that I can relieve some of that stress that they don't go through.
So how did you get into the mental health and trauma related field? Tell me a little bit about that.
In 2005, actually, kind of weird story. When I was actually on the run for attempted murder, I had bumped into my mentor. Her name is Terry M. Williams. She had introduced to me Susan Taylor. And one day I was speaking at an event at Susan Taylor's house in front of 200 like CEO and president, like business women, and Susan told me and Terry told me to tell my story. That was the very first time I told my story. That invoked so much emotion in them. They started crying and getting emotional about it. I didn't understand it, and that was the first time she told me that, one, that pain is profit, and then two, that it's healing and speaking.
Yes.
And she was a mental health advocate, so she started introducing me and plugging me into therapists and people that talked about mental health, so I can start embodying and understanding it. And that's how I got involved with mental health advocacy.
And for those who don't know, Susan Taylor is the former editor-in-chief of Essence Magazine. So my brother here, Jason, was talking to women about mental health, and he didn't even know that it was freeing himself up. So you talked about you were on the run for attempted murder.
Right.
How did we get there?
I was in college in 2003, I believe, in like November. A victim was stabbed up 16 times and his throat was slit. They accused me of it, so I went on the run. I went on the run for about 4.5 years. I got caught in Pennsylvania, and from Pennsylvania I got extradited back to Delaware, got a lawyer, and I ended up beating most of the charges, but eventually had a charge of conspiracy at the total end, and I served my time and then was released.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So he talked about he was on the run, he was doing different things, but what Jason has not told you is he is affiliated or in the gang. He's a blood. And I say is because he told us today at the ACEs training for mental health and awareness with mental health that he was still in the gang, but he's been changing his life. Can you touch on a little bit of that, Jason?
Sure. So I've been a gang member, a chapter of the Blood since 1996. So I was 16 when I joined. I'm definitely currently still in the gang, and it's a misconception. Some people believe that if you're in a gang that you have to take part in criminal activity. It's not true. I learned the hard way after going through a lot of trials and tribulations that I went through, that you don't have to do any of that stuff. Like, you can actually live a productive and positive life. So I chose to use my platform as a leader, as somebody that they look up to actually start doing something positive with it.
That's right.
Even when I was on the run for the 4.5 years, when I met Terry, I was still doing speaking events while I was on the run.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that, but that's was my breakthrough. I started to give my life to the people the same way that I gave my life for the Sept when I was strapped up doing shootings or drive-bys or anything else negative. I was giving my life. So to take point, I chose to do something positive.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So it's a misconception when people think about gang members that they're all doing bad. But Jason told you here today that you can be involved and affiliated and not doing bad. He's actually changing lives as we speak. So if you want more information on Jason Davis and his amazing story, you can visit his website, and he's going to give you the site. What's the site that we can visit you at?
www.reimaginingjustice.com.
www.reimaginejustice.com. And we had this amazing speaker here today in Emporia, Virginia. He's from New York, and he was right here for the Average Childhood Experience Summit. So it's amazing and great things that happen in our small town. You just have to keep your ear to the street for it. Thank you so much, Jason, for sitting down and talking to
Thank
me
you,
today.
sis.
It was such a pleasure.
Thank you.